In the 1960s, the struggle between the superpowers became even more intense. The Air Force was determined to build a plane that could go high enough and fast enough to reach the edge of space. In 1967, Air Force pilot Pete Knight was assigned to the North American X-15 project.
I flew the X-15 16 different times. The airplane had actually two missions, an altitude mission and a speed mission. And so depending on what the missions were, that determined what pilot was going to fly that particular airplane in that particular mission. My job was to fly the high-speed airplane.
On October the 3rd, 1967, Pete Knight launched his X-15 from a B-52 aircraft at 13,716 meters. With 27,000 kilos of thrust from its rocket engine, he blasted into the record books. Pete Knight reached a speed of 7,200 kilometers per hour, faster than anyone had ever gone in the Earth's atmosphere.
It feels a little scary. You're a little apprehensive about the whole thing, but you're really so busy during the flight that you don't have time to think about it until you get back on the ground and you see what happened, you see if there are any problems, then you worry about what may happen the next time. But until that time, during the flight, you're too busy.
Unlike Chuck Yeager's X-1 mission 20 years earlier, the X-15 flight was incredibly smooth. Pete Knight was hardly aware that he was traveling at nearly 7 times the speed of sound.
There is no buffeting or no physical sensation of going supersonic. In fact, the only way we know we're going supersonic is to look at the gauges and to look at the indicator to see whether you're subsonic or supersonic, because the airplanes are so well designed that they slip through supersonic flight very easily.